Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
Welcome back.
Second
Live
hour.
from Clovis, New Mexico, the Wavy Hour.
Or the
Wavy hour because it's spooky and it's wavy.
We got a little crazy that last hour. I think it got a little...
I got a little intense.
Yeah.
It got a little like cumbersome.
Really? You got scared,
I'm not
Billy?
scared. No, it was just basically like, oh, this is really deep.
Yeah.
The stuff like, okay, so if I was like, oh, we watched 10 Drink Minimum for the laughs, but they were like, oh my god, I don't feel good after that.
Yeah,
Yes, but this is the Halloween show.
I'm
Yes,
trying to.
wait.
I gotta go wash myself off, and it's not. It's. I just can't. It's not working. It's not
I just
working.
can't.
I just can't, man.
I can't
What's
hit.
10 Drink Minimum about? They're sick in the head.
First, somebody who's watching or listening to the show for the first time is like, those guys are just demented.
Talking about having sex with necks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
No, I was like, the thing is, like, I was Chris and I were watching. There's so many new channels now. The Wii channel,
Yeah.
and they had a marathon of the Leprechaun.
Oh yeah.
Was that what we were
No, we were
watching?
watching Amazon or no AMC.
AMC?
No.
Because that's an American movie classic.
The classics.
The Wii channel.
But anyway,
Leprechaun.
Well, The Walking
And
Dead and
so
Talking Dead.
10 Drink Minimum from time to time will do this segment called "Are They Okay?"
Yeah.
And basically, we in our minds,
It's one of our favorite. I love it.
if you are an actor or an entertainer,
Entertainer.
that makes less, or his net worth is less than $2 million, then we're concerned for your
Right.
like future,
Yeah, because we, you know,
your well-being.
you're a kid, you're watching Different Strokes, and you're like, "God, I hope Todd Bridges is okay." And you go look it up, and you're like, "Oh my God, he only has like $1.8 million, but he lives in Malibu. That's not going to sustain his life." So you kind of want to know, are they okay? You know. So today we thought we would do for the Wavy Hour, we would do, "Are you okay?" What are we doing now? What's happening?
We're missing a phone.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go
So
ahead.
we're gonna do the Halloween edition of "Are You Okay?"
And there's names thrown because we were watching Leprechaun, and Warwick Davis was a
Yeah.
was a he was the Leprechaun, and he's done other things, but I would say he's best. I think he's best known for Willow.
Well, Willow, and then Wicket from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. And so you have a long career, and if you look at his filmography, there's a lot of stuff he just kind of shows up in.
But I mean,
He's in all of the Harry
Lord-
Potter movies.
what about? Oh, that's right. Do you think he's in the Lord of the Rings too? I mean, he's got to be in there somewhere, right?
Yeah,
No,
got
he's,
to.
not as far as I've known.
So with that being said, it's like, is he okay? 'Cause obviously, he's doing work
Right.
still, and it may be a slow.
Oh, hold on, we got a call. Everybody's like, I'd rather watch the video than call. You're on 10 Drink Minimum.
Hello.
It's Jim, Matt's brother.
Who?
Hi, Jim.
Jim, Matt's brother.
Doesn't ring a bell.
He's actually shaking his head like he doesn't even know who you are.
Yeah.
It's
I
Polonius
know.
Jim.
I know who
I know who you are.
Yeah, I know, I'm just playing.
What's up, Jim? How's Las Vegas?
Let me turn my shit off.
What's that? Hello? Hello?
I'm here.
Can
I'm
you
sorry, I turned off my phone, so the other phone.
Yeah, turn off
I
your
was watching
speakers
you guys.
'cause we can hear it in the
Oh.
background.
Yeah. Cool.
So anyway, we're talking about like Warwick Davis and is he okay? So basically, he's worth $5 million, which is not
Spectacular.
not spectacular, but he's doing well for
Not
himself.
in this economy.
Yeah,
I don't think he lives in Hollywood though.
that's
Sure.
yeah. If I had $5 million and lived in Borealis or Clovis,
You'd be-
I'd be like
You'd be
It
the
would be
richest
good.
guy in town, right? Well, one of,
yeah.
maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
I
Is that where you want?
I would have a plane in the Clovis airport and just fly out whenever I
But
needed to shoot.
if you lived in Malibu, you're not driving that new Audi, that new Audi. You're or not a new Beamer. You're probably, you're driving something used, probably. So.
You're sharing a duplex with your brother.
Yeah.
Hi, Jim. Did you just call in to say hi, or did you want to talk about something?
Oh no, I just wanted to say hi to you guys.
Sweet.
And I'll be down there Thanksgiving.
So we're gonna have
Oh, good.
we're gonna have you play really quickly. So do you understand the rules of Are They Okay?
I don't know.
Okay. So he doesn't watch the show. He just outed himself. No, basically we're gonna throw out a celebrity, and we're gonna try to figure out how much money that they're worth, and if they have enough money to sustain themselves, because they're probably not doing a lot of work right now.
Are they okay?
So right
Oh
now,
yeah, okay.
We'll throw a name to you, and you have to guess how much you think they're worth.
their net worth, and that means like how much money they have in the bank. That means their house, their car. So right now we're gonna do Mr. Freddy Krueger himself, Robert Englund.
Oh, I love him.
So I mean, he's probably at the end of his career. He probably doesn't have any more money that's going to be coming in from movies.
There's like little income coming in
Yeah.
now.
So how much money do you think he's worth?
I'd have to say probably at least $7 million.
$7 million.
He has to be.
So
He's gonna have residuals from all those movies.
I think that's a good guess.
That's a good number. Yeah.
Matt, what do you think?
I think he's probably pushing about 4.5.
4.5 million. Okay.
Yes.
Smiley.
Damn, that's. I'm gonna second that.
4.5.
Yeah, that
Okay.
seems.
I really can't say because I know that somebody Googled it earlier and I heard them say.
Oh, okay. Then you can't say.
So I'm not going to say.
I'm saying 10 million. I think that there's a lot of residuals coming from the Freddy
Not
Krueger
a
itself,
cheater. Nice.
and there's a great scene in just being like a part of like comic conventions. I want to say he does those now. So sure, he's not in movies, but he'll
Okay.
go to like Comic-Con or like he'll go to like HorrorCon or
Yeah.
some horror convention.
There's actually both. There's Comic-Con and then there's like horror cons.
Do
So
they get-
I would say he makes
yeah.
a good like a lot of money doing that. Like doing probably a dozen a year. He can clear like 200,000.
Okay.
And just with the residuals from the Nightmare of Elm Street,
Well,
I'm saying 10 million.
When I went to Comic-Con, the guys from the Karate Kid, it was $50 a picture with them. So I'm going to push it. I'm going to go the high end. I'm going to say he's worth $15 million. So let's see who's right. Robert Englund is worth $16 million.
Holy
Oh my
crap.
god, he is fine. He can live.
He's good.
He can live in Hollywood Hills
Yeah.
and be
That's
comfortable.
some good residuals.
Yeah, because I think they make investments.
Yeah.
And,
Well, not all
Well,
of them,
the thing is, you know who's worth a lot of money? You wouldn't think would be worth a lot of money are the two guys from Cheers.
Cheers.
And those guys are like worth $50-60 million. And what do they do? Not, I guess it was
We
investments.
live off
yeah.
residuals?
Yeah.
No, the residuals aren't that much.
They can be.
Okay,
there was
there's 9 main people in Cheers.
Right.
Who are the 2 guys?
Yeah, who
Cliff and Norm.
Cliff and Norm.
Cliff
Oh,
and
okay.
Norm.
Norm.
I thought Norm
Those
died.
guys are like worth like $50-60 million. I'm like, what? From Cheers? I don't see.
There's a staple to that show.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like people the Seinfeld, after it went off the air, I mean, even up until like 2007, Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David were the 2 highest paid comedians just off the money they made from the syndication.
Wow.
Yeah, every year. It was like, wow.
Now, is that one guy Kramer?
Yeah,
Oh, I love Kramer.
he's worth quite a bit.
I never see Kramer anymore.
None of them are worth as much as Julia Louis-Dreyfus because she's an heiress.
Eris.
She's
not-
billions.
Billions of dollars.
Billions,
Well, Kramer said some stuff though too, didn't he? Got in trouble.
yeah. Well,
He did?
He did. He did stand up and
said the N-word a couple times.
like,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. So let's go back. Let's go some more horror films from the 80s.
I want to go ahead and
I'm
say
gonna-
like
wait, I got one. I got
Okay,
one here.
go for it.
From Critters 2, there was a young man. He
the kid.
He played the kid in Critters 2.
What about, he was in Critters 1 and 2.
Oh, no,
I think is what you're talking. The main character?
No. He wasn't in Critters 1.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I might be thinking of Critters 3. It was.
one of those critter films.
I'm sorry. I think it's.
So you think the kid that played the main character?
Well, he's sort of a secondary character. It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Was he in
Give me a
Critters
Was he in
too?
Critters 3?
Yes, he was.
All right.
Oh, give me a break.
I think
there.
he's okay.
I think
Is
he's
he doing
okay.
all right now?
He just won his first Oscar. I think he's.
I worry
Oh,
about that guy.
What about the kid that was in
I do
Gremlins?
not like him.
Oh yeah, the kid who was also in E.T. right?
Was he in ET? Was he in
No,
ET?
he wasn't in E.T.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Henry, what's his name, was
No.
in E.T.
No, that's a good one, but that's not really a horror film. Gremlins really isn't either, but
What
I
about
don't know.
Goonies? I like them.
Again, not a horror film.
I know.
I would say like I really want to know Jamie Lee Curtis. She
Okay.
was in.
I think she's okay. Let's see.
she's fine.
Well, let's find out.
In 2 ways.
So I would say she clears a cool $40 million.
Okay.
She can live the life she wants to live.
That's like
I think you've already Googled her.
Not yet. No.
That's like asking
So
how Sigourney Weaver's doing.
Billy's going to say 40 million.
Somehow, I think.
I can't guess because I've seen it. So Billy says 40 million. Are you
I
still
see.
there, Jim?
Yeah.
So Jamie Lee Curtis from the Halloween franchise, among other things. Billy says 40 million. That's the benchmark.
She's got to be worth way more because she's done tons of movies.
Mm-hmm.
I would say about 60.
60 million. Okay.
I would
Yeah,
say,
I'd have.
I'm gonna up it up. I'll go with 70.
70. Wow. Okay.
I'll go with 120.
120
that's-
million.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
I'll go with 100.
You guys are all wrong. You're all on the high side. $35 million.
See,
Is
there
that
you go.
all she's
Oh, wait.
worth?
Yes.
No, I bet
See?
her husband.
See?
I bet her husband.
I love this. I love that you go, is that all she's worth? $35 million. This is a lot of money. But that's
Yeah.
how I feel, too. You're like, wait a minute. She did a lot of stuff. That's all
I know.
She's a shitty agent.
she used to
Yeah,
be the
somebody's stealing
face
her
of
money.
Voice Stream.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah, but-
Activia commercials.
And the
that's right.
Activia
Oh,
one.
that's right.
Yeah, but and what about what she inherited from her mom,
I don't know.
Janet Leigh, who played in
I
Psycho?
don't think the Halloween movies paid what you guys think the Halloween movies were paying.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Right. Or even the Alien movies, because they weren't that. It wasn't really like a thing. It was just kind of like, okay, let's try this new series about aliens, and Jamie Lee Curtis will maybe through her some change, maybe.
What do you mean aliens and Jamie Lee Curtis?
What?
It was
I'm sorry,
Aliens and Sigourney Weaver.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was all, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm sure she's doing fine.
Yeah.
Sigourney
Okay.
Weaver.
Okay, never mind.
Got the
How-
Ghostbusters
Yeah, she was in
movies.
Avatar.
I totally.
Avatar, yeah.
Oh, man. Is there anybody big from Poltergeist that's still alive?
Yeah, Joe
Everybody's-
Beth.
Coach.
Joe Beth.
Coach.
Oh, that's a good one.
The dude from Coach.
Joe Beth, what was her name?
Are you talking about
Joe Beth Williams. Is
Williams.
That it?
And she Poltergeist, yeah. Oh, that girl from The Exorcist, Linda,
Oh,
Linda
Linda.
Blair.
No, I
Linda
don't
Blair.
think she- Yeah.
So let's do Joe Beth. We're going to do Joe Beth Williams from Poltergeist.
Who's
I'm-
that?
What about that dude that played Coach, though? He's from Poltergeist.
That
Yeah.
one-
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think he's
the dude
okay.
from Coach.
Well, I'm not. This game is to try to figure out if these people are okay. I think the guy from Coach is probably okay.
Yeah,
talking
so we're
about-
going
Oh,
to
yeah.
find
Think
out
so?
if Joe Beth is.
Because
Well,
I
let's-
haven't seen him since.
Well, we'll do him next.
Coach.
We'll do him next.
Which
So,
one's Joe Beth?
She was the mom.
She was the mom.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to say $3 million.
I would say $3 million too.
Okay.
I would say 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say about 3.
70,000.
$70,000. Okay.
I'll say she's just a real estate agent.
Yeah.
And she's probably worth like $100 million.
Okay.
She's.
So now here we're going to find out.
I said 3. I said you. You said 3. I
I
said
said
3.
3.
Yeah.
Net
3.
worth 2017 up to date. That's not her, is it? No. Joe Beth Williams net worth $3 million.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's poor.
I was the closest.
She's poor. I said I
Right?
said $3
I
million.
said
How are you
3 million, yeah.
closest?
I said
you
3
said
million
two?
too.
Yeah.
I said 5.
Okay, so Coach, let's see.
Craig T. Nelson.
Craig T. Nelson.
Yeah.
Oh,
Craig, you know.
he's always in something.
You know what? I'm gonna say he's worth a lot.
Yeah.
If Norm
Okay,
and
so she's like borderline. She's at
She's-
3.
What has she done?
Nothing. I can't even bring her face to mind.
Oh wow.
She's very attractive, I
Yeah.
think.
So we've got Craig T. Nelson from Coach and Poltergeist.
I'm saying $75 million.
Okay. James?
I'd have to say 100.
100. Okay.
I'll agree with my brother. 100 million.
Okay.
I think he's just wise and would do. He's smart enough to either invest or take other ventures
Okay.
and just up his wealth that way, beyond acting. Like Malcolm in the Middle,
Yeah.
like that's how it worked with him. It's like he made his
He doesn't even know he made that show.
yeah.
That's
All right.
poor guy. I'll go with 45.
I think you guys are all on the high side. I haven't guessed.
I'm gonna go 30.
30. I'm going to go $25 million. I'm going to go on the low side.
I said 75.
Okay. So let's see what Craig T. Nelson is worth. Oops, that's Joe Beth Williams. Let's see. Hold on. Let me do it again.
I don't know. I think he's wise. He used his.
Oof. I think you guys are wrong.
Okay, let's see it. What is it? What is it?
$45 million.
I said
See-
30.
No.
Who was close to that?
That was my exact
James?
number.
45 million. So he's okay. He's
He
living.
he's okay. He
has
can-
a gardener. He's
Yeah, a chauffeur.
he's got an assistant.
All right. Well, what I was thinking is he was known as a boozer, and that doesn't really
All right.
that
Really?
doesn't
Yeah.
really
Know
equate
that.
to
Yeah.
well spent money.
Other big 80s horror.
I said Linda Blair from Exorcist.
Linda Blair from The Exorcist.
And she hasn't been in anything since.
And
but
that was
I,
in the 70s.
But I want to say that the residuals from that, because it's the #1 horror movie of all time from
Yeah.
many
it's
lists.
supposed to be the
She's done a lot of
scariest.
TV work.
I say
What
4
about the
million.
dude that plays Jason?
Well, let's go with Linda Blair first from The Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say $4 million.
I'm gonna say $6 million. I think that it's a fucking legacy that just gives her money. Like she gets a check every year. Probably makes $70,000-$80,000 a year off The Exorcist alone.
Well,
Yeah.
we know people that get residual checks,
Yeah,
and
they
they're
don't have that
not
kind of money.
necessarily
Right.
that big.
Yeah, but they weren't in The Exorcist.
Yeah,
Well,
they weren't
anyway, I
in the
say
most
3 million.
iconic horror movie of all time.
Back in those days, they got big money for. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I
I'll
don't
go-
think.
I said $6 million.
I'll go 15
I
million.
say 4,
I said 3.
3,
5.
5.
5.
James.
Linda Blair, I'm gonna say we'll go with 13.
$16 million.
I can't imagine her being worth that.
See,
Dang.
exactly.
She's doing all right.
She's
You
doing.
never
She's
see
fine.
her
So
in
we
anything.
say The Exorcist, but we
She
forgot about The Exorcist 2.
2. And the Heretic.
I didn't
That's the
forget
one.
about that one.
She also hosted a TV series called Scariest Places on Earth.
She does a lot of TV.
She's done a lot of, wow.
She can live comfortably in L.A.
Yeah,
for
Quite
for
a while.
For a while, yeah.
yeah.
And the thing is, like I said, Exorcist is probably gonna be.
It is rated the #1 scariest
Yeah.
yeah.
movie of all time.
So what was the one you wanted, Jim?
The guy who
That
played
was the
Jason.
dude that plays Jason on Friday the 13th.
Is it one guy?
Yeah,
No,
it
I
has
just-
been for a while.
Oh.
But which one?
I don't know what I would say. Like the first one, I guess. You know what I mean? How much money does he really have? you
Okay,
know?
let's hold on.
Well, first we have to find out his name.
Well,
That's fine.
Jason
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Voorhees.
But that dude was basically a stunt man.
Okay, the first one was Ari Lehman, Friday the 13th. Played the role of first Jason Voorhees in the Paramount classic horror film Friday the 13th. He was the boy.
Oh,
So-
the little, the
Okay.
kind of.
So that doesn't count. I'm talking about like full on ski mask or like hockey mask
Yeah.
Jason.
The big
Okay.
guy, yeah.
So probably.
So that
There's a
Two or
lot of
three.
Jasons though.
Yeah, they
There's, like,
didn't-
you can't really.
they didn't keep a
There's a
steady
lot of
actor for
Michaels.
that series.
Hold on. So Friday the 13th, Part 3, Richard Brooker. Let's see. Mindless Killer, Jason Voorhees. Yeah, there's been like 7 or 8.
So I don't think
Yeah.
you can actually get a net worth off that.
You can't Michael either.
Really? Michael
Michael
Myers?
Myers.
Maybe. Let's see.
Behind the Mask, no, they had different people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was different guys, I think.
Huh.
Lots of them were
I
stuntmen.
thought he might do a couple movies. You know what I mean?
I want to know the guy, the Buffalo Bill's character from
oh,
Silence
hey,
of the
Donald
Lambs.
Meyer.
I
He's
have
on
one.
Okay.
Was it
Or even
It's
Anthony.
Ted
like- it's
Levine.
like,
You want to know Ted
Oh,
Levine?
I want to say Chris Brooker, but it's the guy that did the original Pinhead. How's he doing?
Okay.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
good.
that's a
Oh,
good
from
one.
Hellraiser?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Hellraiser. He was in all those movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever
He
seen him in
was
anything else.
creepy, wasn't he?
Let's see. Doug Bradley,
The Pinhead dude.
best known for his role as the lead Cenobite Pinhead. Yeah. Doug Bradley. Okay, so a guy plays Pinhead.
I'm saying $100,000.
Oh.
I'm going. I might even. I'm worried about him.
Really?
I'm worried about
So
him.
okay, so how Are They Okay works? If they're worth under $2 million, they're not okay.
They're not okay.
They're just scraping by.
I'm going 2. I'm
They're,
going 2 mil.
they're still driving like a 2002 like Jetta.
Yeah.
They're not okay.
They don't have it. They don't have the assistant.
That's a cool car.
Lamborghini.
That's great.
So under $2 million, you're not doing okay.
No.
So what's this guy's name again?
Doug Bradley. He was the original Pinhead.
I'm saying okay, $500,000.
So I'm gonna say $6 million.
2 mil.
5.
I say about 5. 5 mil.
Okay. So I said 6.
1.5.
1.5. Here we go. $5 million.
Shut up! From
Hey,
Pinhead.
Jim.
Hey, I'm good.
I am too. We
He
got
also was
it.
in the movie The Nightbreed,
Oh,
Proteus,
yeah, he was in Nightbreed.
Scream Park. He won awards for Hellraiser Bloodline. Let's see. But he was in, how many of those movies has he been in? Like 11 or 12?
Shit, I had no idea. I've never heard of this
I
dude.
never understood the whole thing.
Also, he was the voice of the Sith Emperor from the video game Star Wars The Old Republic.
I did
Scott.
not know that.
Oh,
Yeah, so, what was the one?
I wanted Buffalo Bill
Okay.
from
Ted
$5
Levine.
million
Ted Levine
dollars.
from-
Ted
His name?
Levine. That's Buffalo
from
Bill.
Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
The
Okay.
killer, yeah.
So, I'm going to say $13 million.
Wait, who is this?
Ted Levine.
Buffalo
Levine.
Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Wait,
That's
wait.
the
Wait,
love
Lotion in the
his
basket.
body.
was she a great big fat person?
Puts the lotion on its skin.
Was the lotion?
No.
The lotion in the basket.
Did you ever
Is
see that
Is
movie?
that the top of the well?
Yeah.
You don't remember
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs?
Why are you having to think about that?
And that's bottom.
Well, no, I know who. I can picture him from that movie, but I'm trying to.
Or
think
even
of the
Anthony
name.
Hopkins,
watched it?
Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, he's fine.
He's
He's gonna know he's worth a shitload. Type it.
okay.
He's up
So
in the
it's-
hundreds of millions.
Okay, so it's Ted Levine. I would say 20. Well, he did Monk, right?
Yes.
And he was on. He's been in a lot of shows and movies.
$25 million.
Okay.
I say about 20.
I'm gonna bow out on this one. I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm
Buffalo
gonna say,
Bill from Silence of the Lambs, the villain, the bad guy.
I'm going to say about
Yes,
18,
I know that character. I don't know the actor.
18 million.
Wow. I'm gonna say 17 million.
I go 6.
Okay.
Oh, but Monk, I think.
Low ball. Low ball.
$4 million.
Oh my God! Really?
Ted,
He's made some bad choices.
you got to get up a fund, boy.
And the thing
Obviously,
is, like,
I don't even know who he is.
he's the thing is, like, it could get worse. You don't know what his situation is. Like,
Yeah.
maybe like he just did a, like. Just,
Maybe he had a bunch of wives and they all got his money.
Well, it wasn't
Yeah,
like he
I
was
did.
the main character in that movie, you know.
Yeah.
And he's never been a main character.
But you
No.
got to remember back then, there wasn't much
Yeah.
tied to residuals. It was just strictly about what you were making for the movie
Right.
and what was made while it was in the theater. After
Yeah.
that, the filming corporation is the one, or the producers got the
Right.
money back.
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Really?
That's true. Yeah, oh yeah. They screw
you
you
mean the
everything.
actors don't get anything?
They
Depends on your
yes,
contract.
it's on, yeah.
Well, they do, but not much.
Okay, so maybe he did get. Well, the thing is, like, he wasn't really well known when he did the
No.
movie,
No.
and so he probably had a meager.
Then he
paycheck.
did that show for AMC where it was the railroad, where they were building the railroads.
oh, yeah. Hell on Wheels.
How's your wife? He has that voice. It's like,
Yeah.
Hell on Wheels, that's what it was.
He probably had a publicist instead of an agent.
Right.
So anyone in the chat, if you actually think of a horror genre actor or actress, give us a shout out. Like we want to know, because are they okay?
Well, they do, but not much.
Okay, so maybe
Hold on, let
he
me
did.
turn this down.
Well, the thing is, like, he wasn't-
Called out the chat, so I have to.
Hey, I gotta hang up, guys. So.
Okay,
All
man.
right, hey, thanks
So
for
let-
calling in.
Thanks for calling
Thanks for
in.
playing. Are they okay?
Hey, no problem, brother. Nice talking to you guys, and I'll see you in a little bit. See you in
Cool,
less
man.
than a month. So.
See you in Thanksgiving.
Later, man.
Yep. All right. Yes, ma'am. I'll see you then.
Asta.
Cool, that's fun.
That was fun.
There you go. There's your call-ins. Sex
we
is
had
shit.
call-ins?
Yeah, you just had a call-in.
I know, but I mean,
no.
well, no, I mean, besides,
No.
I,
Yeah, the switchboard was lighting up. Our operator,
well, they
she's-
should have because
she's
they should
loaded-
have been
overloaded.
really interested in serial killers.
Well,
Come on, people.
come on, wake
I'm glad,
up.
I'm glad. But the thing is, like,
Ooh.
I do have like really bad anxiety when it comes to like, just like torture. Like I
Ooh,
can't like I've never seen like Rob Zombie movies based on that fact, and it's even talking about serial killers like just like the actions of what they
Yeah.
did is like, oh good, I have to cover my
Yeah,
neck.
you don't want to watch that show then.
Yeah.
No, I don't ever think about what they did. I just how do I block that out? I think it would be very interesting to be a forensics person to profile people. Okay, like you call me up and say, come and we have this murder and this is and this, and you look at the scene and all this, and then you say, okay, this is the person that did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, possible. I don't.
A little psychology.
Yeah. So you had some other topics, Billy, that you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I was there's topics of like is it okay to trick or treat beyond a certain age?
Oh
No.
no, you don't think so?
No,
The thing is,
I don't think so either.
We don't have a high traffic area where we trick or treat.
No.
My parents actually turn off the lights. I mean, they used to be really into it when we were little kids, and we're like totally going trick or treating. And the thing is, I would trick or treat with my friends and not with the parents. Now I'm guessing like, if I had kids, I would definitely go with them because fucking serial killers, guys.
Well, I
Well,
was
no,
gonna say
there's a
because it's
difference.
fun.
But
Yeah,
here-
and you get free candy.
No, I always want to say get a job.
but here's the question: would you rather have your kids out trick or treating, or would you rather have them out doing something else that they shouldn't be doing?
Right.
Oh no, I think little kids. Jesse. Oh yeah, he's perfect. But I don't think that adults should go trick or treating because, like I said, get a job if you want candy.
Well, adults, but I mean, like,
Well, and yet
13,
we're
14.
still allowed to go caroling.
Is there a cutoff age? I don't know.
Everybody should be caroling.
If somebody, say, who was like 15, 16, I'll still give them candy. But in my back of my mind, I was like, really? Come on.
Get a job.
They'll get my candy.
They're saying hi from Kansas. Hello, Kansas.
Well, it's
Dust in the wind.
It's a social activity, and I think it should be
It
for
must
all
be-
ages, because I mean, whenever I can get like a group of people together, I love wandering around the neighborhood, wasted, singing at people's houses,
That's good to
and
know.
it's called caroling, and they appreciate it.
I actually
love carolers.
I feel that if a person of my age to go trick or treating, I would have to go all out in my costume, and it would be okay at that point. Whereas,
I have a top hat.
and actually,
Well,
here's another thing:
that's
it's
you.
trick or treating. So if you don't give candy, what do you? There's a trick involved, like vandalism.
Yes.
I don't know if if it's ever been a thing.
Yes.
Yes.
It was.
Really, because you can just turn off your lights and just kind of be like a curmudgeon about
Well,
it.
yes, but now the deal about turning off the lights has been more recent in
Yeah.
history. In history, to begin with, trick or treating was basically not a good thing. I mean, it was a bad thing.
You carried eggs with you.
Yeah, well, I'm
I
talking
did.
about back in the day. I'm talking about way before even I was born. Believe it or not, and Stephanie used to think that Cleopatra and I hung out together.
Maybe I wasn't the best of kids.
This guy, was it because
Trick or treat,
Was
go
it
away.
Was it
Egg
because
your door.
they turned you away, or because they just didn't have their lights on or wasn't available at that time?
Oh no, it was if they turned you away.
Oh shit! Well, that's kind
I
of.
never had anybody turn me away, but we didn't go to houses that were dark.
Yeah, because they might just snatch you.
Right.
I mean,
Well, back then nobody wanted anybody else's kids because they were having a hard time.
Like, I don't want
They
your
were having a
fucking
hard
kid.
time paying the bills.
You
anyway.
keep your kid, please.
Really? Is this yours?
Yeah.
Please take it back.
I would say like
I got that a few times actually.
I feel like, I mean, that this is fucked up. But like whenever I see that, like that's what goes through my head. Maybe this is something wrong with me. When they go, people are snatching babies from the hospital. I'm like, why?
Really?
Why do you want that?
Yeah, they're like almost growing off of trees. You
Right.
get them everywhere.
Or they're like they kidnap someone's child, and I'm like, for what? And they're like, well, they want a child of their own. Okay, you can adopt one. Well, maybe some people can't. Well, then you're just not meant to have one,
That's exactly
and you may be
right.
better off.
Right, right. And the child would be better off.
it's called a code pink.
It's called dodging a bullet.
It's called You're Insane. It's
Ask a
really,
friend that already has
why
4.
would you do that?
You know, whenever you're out partying and your friends aren't with you, it's because they had a kid, and they can't anymore.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying, you're the anomaly. You're not the But there's those other people that you're 40 and your friend who's like 32 is like, sorry, we don't go out anymore because we're old. And you're like, you're younger than I am. And they're like, well, you don't have kids. And I go, that is true. You have gone bald and have wrinkles already for some reason.
You've decided to destroy your life. I'm very sorry for you.
Oh.
I'm just kidding, man.
No, it just makes you age
We kid because we love.
faster. That's all.
We kid because we love.
No.
No, I
It's-
just have a wife that understands, and
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure it goes backwards once
But I
they're
mean,
not in your house.
So you have a
Oh,
child
you think
now,
that I'm childish?
and you love your
Yes.
child.
My
But when you see
husband
that they're like,
bought
they
a-
stole someone's
bought a
kid and kidnapped it, aren't you like,
Drunk.
why?
why?
For what?
Why do you want to walk with
Yeah.
Way with somebody else's kid?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. No. Now I'm always threatening to steal your son, but I would in New York Minute babysit
Whoa.
him. But you know what? I mean, basically, I wouldn't be good for Jesse because I'm too old. He would be in the emergency room 24/7.
You'd be like, Matt, can you please?
No, you would be the
Please
No,
come back and
I
get
would-
this child.
I would take him up there if he said, my tummy hurts. Emergency room. Look, I got a paper cut. Emergency room.
Or you just like go out of your way and get a nursing degree. You're all, I can fix that.
Oh wow.
Well, I have friends, and that's their parenting. They're all, well, I got a kid, and then I just decided I should figure out how to do all this on my own. That's why you got your nursing degree?
There's a reason
Yes.
why young people have children. There is a reason.
Wow.
And I used to think when
Lack of condoms.
my kids were little, that I thought, oh wow, there would be older people that would be so much better suited to this role than me.
Is it because
And-
they're so much more fertile?
I don't know. No, I don't have no. Y'all are getting into something I
Yeah.
don't. Y'all are way over my head.
What does this have to do with Halloween?
I don't know. How did we get on this
Because we're
subject?
scared of having children.
Okay, so going back to my original question,
That's right. We're sweating bullets.
once you hit a teenager,
Yeah.
like you're 12, 13, stop trick or treating.
Yeah. I think
Thank
so.
you, Billy, for
I think
bringing
so.
us back to this.
But then you were also talking about like what is the worst fucking candy for Halloween.
We
You know what?
it. You know it.
I've already said it multiple times this weekend.
I feel like I was really disappointed with Dum Dums, the suckers. That's lazy. That's cheap. You're cheap.
You're a cheap ass mofo.
The best ones, however, were the stickers.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I always.
Okay,
gave out.
everyone knows it's circus peanuts.
Those are the
Candy
worst.
corn.
Candy
Ugh.
corn? I'll eat some
What?
candy corn. No.
No.
But you know, no. The thing is, like
No.
it's not candy corn and like circus peanuts. It's not packaged where you can give them to kids.
Right, I don't.
And,
like
and so
that.
yeah, like
They are during Halloween.
are they?
Are they?
I've never
Really?
experienced that.
I
They are.
don't-
He's right. They have started putting them in plastic.
And actually, I'm most disappointed with Tootsie Rolls.
Fruit
Well, they're
flavored
always
Tootsie
hard.
Rolls.
They're hard.
You
No.
Oh, the fruit
Suck.
flavored.
I think you guys are all wrong.
flavored.
And they already know what I'm going to say. The candy, the little peanut butter candy taffy that comes in the orange wrapper or the black wrapper.
they're delicious.
No, disgusting. Nasty.
Best candy ever.
You guys are gross. This
I have a bunch
gross.
of taffy over there. Speaking
Okay,
of
so
that,
so
if
as
you
far as
guys want
like
it.
I remember trick or treating, it was always amazing to get like Kit Kats. It was always amazing to get fucking like little
Yeah.
the little bits, and like
Did you ever get wax lips?
yes, those
Wax
were also
lips?
really fucking awful.
You actually remember
Those were
wax
so
lips?
weird.
Yeah.
I thought that was from my day.
You know what also was weird too was the wax candy where you like it was like a little Coke bottle or whatever.
Yeah.
You open
Oh.
it up and pour out the
And it
liquid.
had
in your mouth.
syrup in it.
Syrup, like just fucking,
And
Well,
you
I
just
thought it
eat
was
the wax?
Kool-Aid.
I
That's
just picked
what
some
we
up
used
the
to
other
have.
day.
Oh yeah, we ate the wax.
Every once in a while you
Yeah.
swallow it and you have a real bad bowel movement. Oh God! Oh,
It wasn't the best.
Christopher, please.
clean me out. Oh God!
Anyway, Tootsie Rolls, Dum
Rolls are
Dums,
great.
and I think those are the low end. I'm like,
I think.
Oh my god, those are like amazing.
Yeah, agreed. I think on the high end as well is like a blow pop, especially like the
Or Tootsie Pops.
the blow pop the
Bubble
well, no
gum?
the apple sour apple blow pop is like to me I was like oh yeah. I got one at work the other day and it was
No, I think
lime,
Hershey
a
bars are
lime,
high end.
lime blow pop, and so I gave it to my coworker because I was like ew, and he loved it. He thought it was great. He's like tastes like Limerita Budweiser or whatever or Limerita whatever those fucking nasty beers are.
Lumberritos are from Budweiser.
Yeah.
I can remember one year because we never had chocolate in our house that much, and one year
It's
one
because
of our
it's poisonous
neighbors
to you.
really one year one of our neighbors, and so my friend and I went down to their house, and they were an elderly couple, and they were actually giving out Hershey bars, the big ones.
nice.
I mean, we thought they were big.
Full size.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad.
And so we had to contrive a way to change our looks and our little costumes so we could go back and get another one.
Oh, shit.
Because I mean, you were really in the chips when you got
Yeah.
chocolate.
oh yeah.
You know,
Chocolate, it could go away eventually.
No, they're
no.
talking about like no, they're saying they're having a lot of trouble growing the plants.
The
Oh,
They can't grow the
really?
plants to the demand, and they're having to make whatever I don't know, the fake version of it.
cacao or like
Nah.
cacao. No,
So there's going to be a
carob.
carob. But there's going to be a point
I
where
don't like
children
carob.
are not going to know what chocolate tastes like. Well, a lot of chocolate that's out right now isn't full. Like there's candy out there that says real milk chocolate. There's a reason. A lot of them don't. I don't know what it is they use, but
Even
carob. They use carob.
Maybe.
They'd have to.
Hershey's chocolate flavored syrup.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
does that mean that it's not real?
Synthetic kind of.
Well, Hershey's, it's not Hershey's chocolate syrup anymore. It's chocolate flavored syrup.
Sure. Okay.
They had to do that legally because they're all, there's
Yeah.
not chocolate in here.
Right.
There's
Oh,
there's no
no.
coca plant in here
Right.
at all.
And
It's
so that's
carob.
actually I read that article that what he's talking about. There's actually that's the things that are actually going to disappear in our lifetime. And one's chocolate and the other one's helium.
Oh, here's another one.
Oh, that's right, tequila.
Agave.
Well, that's actually not agave plants. They
The
cannot grow
agave,
fast
yeah.
enough. Yeah.
It takes like to mature to actually cultivate it and make tequila is so far.
They
beyond-
call them generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's just like too much demand for tequila that it's like tequila as we know it will like my
But-
kids will never know what tequila tastes like from the
There-
agave.
They will not know
I
how
thought
what
you
it feels
said
like
you
to
weren't
dance
gonna
on the
have
bar.
Children.
There,
Are you
there's
gonna have
there's a
children,
brand of
Billy?
tequila called Tres Generations because it's a 3-generation
Yeah.
agave plant.
The kids will not know what it's like to dance on the table,
So it's like
shoot out the
120
lights, kiss all
years
the
old.
cowboys, start all the fights.
Well, what about the mezcal with the little worm in it?
Mezcal's, I don't know.
It's made from the same plant.
So there won't be any mezcal.
So like okay, so there's ways around it. I mean, like you can actually emulate the taste of tequila. That's what
Yeah,
Jose
that's
Cuervo
what,
does.
that's what that is.
Oh yeah. I'm drinking the Jose Cuervo Especial, which is tequila flavored vodka.
Or
Oh no, rum actually.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah,
Correct.
So that's not really.
No.
That's not really Jose Cuervo.
It's really Jose Cuervo.
It's really Jose
but
Cuervo.
Jose Cuervo's-
What Jose Cuervo does is make tequila flavored rum,
Right.
and rum is like easy to make, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It's from cane sugar.
Yes.
Oh, good. See,
Sugar cane.
We're good. So,
Yeah.
Matt, what was your favorite candy growing up for Halloween that you
I'm
got?
drinking rum.
Tootsie Rolls.
That tastes like.
So when you got to the end of you came home with a big sack of candy. You started eating it. 3 weeks down the line, you go to dig in there. What was at the end of the candy trail? Like that was just like,
For me, it was Tootsie Rolls. I was like, oh,
wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
It was the fruit flavored Tootsie Rolls. I couldn't stand that stuff.
No.
wow.
No, I remember those.
Mine would be like the candy corn, but I'd still eat it. The peanuts. He's talking about what are those called? The
Circus peanuts.
Circus peanuts.
Those are the worst.
Just gross, dude. Yeah, those are terrible.
Did you ever get like
Werther's Original?
Old people candy like Werther's Original?
Werther's Original.
Those little like a strawberry.
When I gave my grandson my butter candy, sounds disgusting. Are you in jail?
Oh no, it's good.
Gave him my butter candy,
Well,
Scotch and
my sweet butter candy.
I grew up in the South, and
well, you haven't lived unless you had whorehound.
so like
Whorehound candy will actually take your breath away. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
honestly, the things that I like were like bottom of the barrel were like candied apples.
Yeah.
Because people would like just give you like homemade candy, and I'm like, I want the one in the package.
What
And
about
there's
when you
no
get
chocolate.
an orange? You know, you get like an orange, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh yeah, that happened all the
Yeah,
time.
but
man.
that was the best thing in the world
That
to
and
get.
popcorn balls.
Oh yeah, I hate.
Oh yeah, popcorn balls. You just use them to peg other kids. What is this?
It's actually from their kids' last year's Halloween candy.
You know it. So
And like the best thing you can do with a candied apple was like run up to someone and like stick it in their hair, and you're like, ha ha.
someone says in the chat, the sad truth is the kids actually keep me at home. Aww.
Oh.
Hey, if you love them, give them your sweet butter candy.
I wouldn't say it's an epidemic, but it's. I wouldn't say necessarily it's a problem. It's just a way of life.
Yeah.
Is on Halloween in downtown Albuquerque, it brings out the worst in fucking people.
Pretty much all holidays.
We call them holiday warriors.
Yeah, we
Well,
can warriors,
no,
amateurs.
no. It's called amateur night.
Amateur hour. Yeah.
And
Nope.
Oh, it's another
On
amateur
Halloween,
night.
just
Can
on
you explain what
Halloween?
amateur hour is?
So on the no, not just on Halloween. To answer your question, no. So in Albuquerque, people have this idea. They're like, "Oh, I don't go downtown because downtown's dangerous." Well, here's the problem. All of us that actually live downtown or are downtown people, we don't think that because we go there all the time, and on the nights we go, it's fine. And then all of a sudden, you have St. Patrick's Day, New Year's Eve, Fat Tuesday, Halloween, and
4th of
all these
July.
people who get a babysitter
Year's.
and haven't drank in a while get the babysitter and decide to go downtown. They have 3 or 4 drinks that they're not used to having, get in fist fights, stab somebody, shoot somebody, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, that downtown is really dangerous.
It's not even downtown people. It's the people.
It's the people coming from
It's the
outside.
holiday warriors.
Yes. Because you'll go down there on those nights, and that's when people are vomiting in the street.
Well, and here's the thing: downtown regulars don't go on those nights.
They-
They're like,
they don't.
You know
We
what?
never go. We
That's
never
a bunch
go.
of crazy.
And you'll
people.
talk shit to someone. They'll be all, dude, I was downtown on Halloween the other night, and people will literally stop you and go, why did you do that?
Yeah,
Are
that
you
was
stupid? Like, it's known. It's like a very well-known thing.
Didn't you have a friend
Yeah.
that had a house
and
with a
you'll,
party?
You'll go down there and like there'll be a girl just sitting in her own pee like on the sidewalk. Oh yeah,
I'm not.
seen it. Not
he's-
kidding.
he's
I'm not
kidding.
joking.
Not at all.
And the cops are just watching and they're just like shaking their head like, what?
There's
the fuck
too
is
many
this?
people for them to arrest.
It's almost like
Oh
you know,
my
like in a.
It's a shit show.
It's like in a movie whenever like the town is like all bustling and all of a sudden they see like the bandits coming into town and everybody runs inside and shuts the shutters. That's us. Like we're like, oh, it's a holiday.
Like, where do you want to
And
go?
you have- and
Anywhere but downtown.
and then a
So
bunch of-
I can't trick or treat your house.
a bunch of dudes with pop collars and women with clothes that barely fit.
And all not from downtown. So you're talking like people from
They're
like
coming
Heights,
from the west side.
the west side. Just everyone just
Rio
descends
Rancho,
to
they're
this
just-
downtown because it's a holiday,
because it's the day you're supposed to party.
and
you know.
so we never go out.
I
And
got a
they- and they-
babysitter, and I'm gonna have all of the shots tonight.
They become maniacs and
Yeah.
just run rampant
Yeah.
in our downtown, where we
And-
go like on a daily basis.
That's a great analogy of just going into a town. Like all of us was just like fucking staying home.
Yeah,
It's-
you know, locking the door. You know.
No,
And
it's dude. It's like the Vandals come.
Yeah,
Seriously, it's like, oh, the Huns are here.
And then the news were like, three
Stay
people
away,
shot.
they're
Three
gonna
people shot
destroy
downtown
our
because of all the
neighborhood.
danger. And you're like, the danger is the downtown. It's you people.
Oh my God.
I would actually want to know about, because we're in Clovis, New Mexico.
Yeah.
It's I wouldn't call it a party town,
No.
but when people do party, where do you go?
Kelly's probably right. And then Applebee's. Is it Applebee's? They have like club night or something?
I think ladies go a lot to. I'm not
Just
sure.
ladies?
I might be corrected. Well, no, ladies go there. I'm just talking about what I've heard. Ladies
You
go
were there. You were there
No,
like last
I have
week.
not. I've never been in a. Well, no, I can't say that. Once or twice, I have been in a place that served alcohol that without my husband. But most of the 99.9/10 of the time, I've always had my husband. But sometimes ladies go there because it's safer.
Go where? What are you, where,
Applebee's.
Okay. I'm like, what are you're like taking 4 hours to get to the Apple. I
I'm
was like,
sorry.
I was like, where are we talking about?
Well, they go there and
Yeah.
they can drink and
Oh, okay.
be with their friends.
Okay. I want to talk about the trick or treating thing, because growing up, like, it's weird. Like, you grow up and you watch things on TV, and they become normal to you. And there was this moment in my life where I sat back and I looked over at something that is a staple in all of our childhoods, and I actually sat and I tore it apart, looked at it, and went, "What the fuck was going on there? And why did we not think that was not normal?" And it's called The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
I love that.
You do, but let me ask you
Linus.
something. How come the poor little bald kid,
Charlie.
and when I say bald, he wasn't bald because he shaved his head. Something was definitely wrong. He had like 3 hairs, so he was like struggling to keep those 3 hairs, right? So let me throw this out there in my way, and you tell me what the fuck was going on. So Charlie Brown, who is so ignorant he can't make a ghost costume. He puts too many holes in it. Who knows why? He goes out with his friends. They all get candy. And every time he gets a rock. So the piece of shit neighbors in his neighborhood are like, "Oh, here's that kid with leukemia. Let's give him a fucking rock. That'll be hilarious."
Because that's Charlie Brown.
At every house he goes to. What kind of pieces of shit
Give a
live
little-
in your neighborhood that give the poor little leukemia boy a rock?
It's because his dog Snoopy keeps shitting in all the yards.
Could be. That's the best answer I've heard. And everybody's like, you never, like, people are like, "I've never thought of that." I'm like, you don't think that he goes to every house and they give him a fucking rock at every house? What kind of people are like, "We're gonna
Because
give-"
everybody picks on Charlie Brown.
Okay.
Because he's weak.
Right. and then now I know there's people out there that are like, "Holy shit, I never thought of Charlie Brown like that." I'm like, yeah. They're like,
And
they're like-
Lucy Van Pelt is the meanest one in the
but I'm
whole
like,
world to
If
him.
you rewatch it, there everybody's like, "Oh, look, I got some gum." And he goes, "I got a candy bar." And he goes, "I got a rock."
He always gets a rock.
A rock. So not just one. Because when you were a kid, if someone put a fucking rock in your bag and all your friends got candy,
I thought
you're gonna be pretty down in the dumps.
I thought that whole thing was just to teach you not to be weak.
Probably don't have leukemia or cancer or whatever the hell you had.
Well, the
Old 4th grader.
Like
what?
I remember reading
He's just
the
a little
Peanuts.
kid. He's just a
remember-
little kid.
Yeah,
He can't even make a ghost costume
Yeah,
correctly. A sheet with 2 holes.
it's like, don't be that guy.
A sheet with 2 holes.
Well, what adults sit around and go, "Okay, have you got the rock ready?"
Here
for
comes that
the-
little piece of
the little
shit.
brown
That
boy.
little piece of shit in our neighborhood.
Yeah, the little brown kid that's
Yeah.
going to be coming down here. Okay.
So I sat there thinking of that one day, and I just blew my mind. I was like, that kid got a rock at every house he went to.
Well, come here, Charles Xavier Brown.
And we're wondering why people become serial killer, because the kid got a rock at every house he went to.
Charlie
for
Brown
candy.
would be a perfect
Yeah,
serial
fucking
killer
A, he would.
person. I got a all I
Well,
ever
no,
got
not at all,
Halloween
because-
is
And
a
the thing is,
rock.
like, there's really no lesson. It's like
Yeah.
this is life.
Yeah.
This is your existence, and there's nothing you can do about it, Charlie Brown.
Right. Not only can you not make Thanksgiving dinner because you're stupid.
There you
We
go.
we have
fucking rock.
popcorn for
But you're
Thanksgiving.
These are the
Everyone's
lessons I
gonna-
learned from
Everyone's going to
Peanuts.
laugh at you, point fingers, and ridicule you for the rest of your life. Just accept this, Charlie Brown.
This
You're-
was like the best time of the year for school too, because you're like sitting there in school and they'd go, "Everybody's going to the library today," and you're like, "Oh, well, why?" All of a sudden they'd push in the TV with the big Betamax VCR thing on it, and you're like, "Oh shit, yeah, we're gonna watch some Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown."
Those things are contrary. Those can't be
I just
Betamax
watched
and
it
VCR.
not long ago. 'cause
Well,
I haven't
whatever, you
seen
know,
it.
you know what I'm talking about.
I
That
love
big one
Charlie
that made
Brown.
no sense. You're like the industrial VCR that they always had at school, strapped down to the
Yes.
strapped down.
Steam shoots out of it.
So basically, don't be in the 4th grade with leukemia and have shit neighbors. Is I guess
I
the
don't-
moral of the story.
Charlie Brown was not ill. He was just a little blonde-headed kid that
No, he
didn't have
wasn't.
much
He was
hair.
bald as shit.
He was a towhead, dude. Everyone knows it. That's
He
like
was
the point
bald.
of it.
Was he bald, Matt? Was he Matt? Was he bald?
About this ball here.
No, I think you have more hair than Charlie Brown.
Well, look at Linus's hair. Look at Linus. Did you see
Oh.
Linus? He just has.
Well, that's the dysfunction. First of all, you got leukemia. You're bald. Your best friend can't walk around without a blanket. And the other motherfucker can't take a shower. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
Big Pin.
You know, and the one
I
kid
love
and the
Big
one
Ben.
genius in the group plays classical music all day,
Schroeder.
like a psycho. You know, I don't know. I sat down one
well,
day.
what about
and
Lucy Van Pelt? She's
Oh.
the one giving out
She's
psychiatric
practicing-
She's a
stuff.
psychopath.
She's
Well,
practicing psychiatry for a nickel.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, if that doesn't scream like psychopath, I don't know what
Yeah.
does. Let me read. No, tell me about all
So
your
which
things.
one out of the Peanuts characters, which one would be most likely to be the serial killer?
I think I think Schroeder actually. He's one who can get away with it, and he knows he can manipulate one Sally. And
Oh, you mean Linus?
I'm sorry, Linus.
I'm going to say Linus.
I was like
Linus.
Schroeder. He's a piano player, right?
Yeah, no,
Schroeder is the
I'm sorry,
pian-
Linus is going to be the serial killer.
the one with the security
Linus,
blanket.
because
Yes.
the Great Pumpkin never comes.
That's true. He comes to give
Charlie
toys.
Brown is most likely to kill himself by.
Oh yeah.
Ashley,
He's going to be a heroin addict for sure.
Actually, okay, Linus or Lucy, their family is messed up.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to both of those kids, like, it's a good thing you never see their parents.
Right.
Lucy is so mean.
Yeah, she's like, hey, would you like to come over here and let me do terrible things to you?
Yeah. She pulled a
Also, you
football.
have to pay me.
Yeah.
And that's I can see that. I can see like a totally mindfuck
Would you like to
family
meet my
environment.
brother that I have driven so far into the ground that he can't move anywhere without his blanket? What
Right.
do you call the blanket?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
I think Linus is going to be the serial killer.
Probably so.
Linus, because of the
Yeah.
Great Pumpkin,
And,
or
and now you
Lucy.
said Charlie Brown's probably going to kill himself. I agree. He probably slowly kill himself with drugs and alcohol.
Yeah,
I'm-
substance abuse. By the time he
Yeah.
by 23, he's going to just OD.
I'm thinking they'd be like a couple killer. They would go at it.
Psycho killer.
Like incest going on.
Lucy,
probably.
Run
Lu-
away.
no,
Oh,
no,
my
no.
gosh,
Oh no,
y'all
I
are
wasn't even
getting-
going there.
I'm going
Well,
there
hey,
because
wait a minute. How about the dog who fights the Red Baron?
The dog. Let's. That's all in Charlie Brown's
Snoopy.
mind because
Dogs can
He's
have
already
No,
on
dreams.
the dope.
Snoopy
I
is
know.
actually fighting the Red Baron.
in
And no one
Charlie
else talks
Brown's
to him.
dreams. Yeah. Because he's already
Is
on
Snoopy
drugs.
even real?
No.
He only talks to Charlie Brown.
No, he talks to Woodstock.
away.
I would say okay.
Oh, that's
I-
true.
the second person
Who was also not a main character.
Woodstock is a bird.
would be Marcy.
Oh.
Marcy? What
Mar-
about Peppermint Patty?
Well, that's
Oh,
because
Marcy
she-
was the
yeah.
cutest one on that.
Marcy's the one that had the big thick glasses.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. She calls Peppermint Patty.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
She
We'll
was
kill
the
him,
cutest
sir.
one
We'll
on
get him.
there.
She would the one would have the most fucked up mind.
And then there was the little red-haired girl.
Yeah.
No,
She's never seen.
You never see her.
Yeah.
No, Charlie Brown just loved
Also
her.
Right.
in Charlie Brown's head, along with Snoopy and Woodstock.
Right.
Y'all are crazy.
All right.
I want to see like what's his name, Schultz, the
Yeah.
creator,
He died.
Charles Schultz.
Charles
Yes.
Schultz.
He is Charlie Brown.
I want to say like there was like some kind of like time capsule to where like this is what it was all about. It was all about
Yeah.
fucking mind. Like it was all about sociopathic behavior.
I'm pretty sure he actually has
His
a,
nickname was Sparky.
a book
Whose?
Charles Schultz.
Well, he was actually Charlie Brown, I think.
Oh, wow. Many later cartoonist Bill Watterson. Oh, I didn't know that. For Calvin Hobbes. Matt Groening for The Simpsons. Nice.
Speaking of serial killers, the person that originally voiced Charlie Brown in the specials went on to brutalize and kill 2 of his wives.
Oh, cool.
What?
Yeah, that happened.
He was. Now wait a minute. Repeat that. I'm sorry.
The voice of Charlie Brown, you said?
The original one, like in like the 50s,
Ugh.
Right. That guy?
No, that would be in the 60s.
or was it 60s? It was.
Oh, no. Charlie Brown voice actor headed to prison.
What's his name?
Yes. Former child actor and the voice of Charlie Brown, Peanuts, headed to prison to charges of making criminal threats. And oh, this is a different one. Sorry, another voice actor going to jail for Charlie Brown.
Oh no! I
Curse.
See,
actually
he got a rock. He got,
Got a fucking
all
rock
messed
for
up.
Christmas.
I don't think there's another child actor. Maybe I just someone. gave it
I would like to
wrong.
think that every serial killer we talked about tonight
Okay, maybe not a serial killer. but
followed the Peanuts gang, and that's pretty much why.
Got a rock for Halloween.
And it was basically childhood kind of like.
well, nothing in that comic strip was
Yeah.
healthy.
No, no.
I loved it. I loved it.
I loved it too.
All right. Well, we'll leave that with people as we end this show for Halloween and
The spooky
2017. We've already messed you up. Now you cannot watch the Peanuts or stay in your house alone out in the country. Congratulations to us. Thank you.
Good night.
I want to thank my mom for being on the show.
Oh.
I want to thank Matt
Thank you.
for also sitting in and helping out. And watching Matt laugh is actually, if I can make Matt laugh, I think I'll have a good time. I want to thank Dave for putting us up last night. Goobers for being a home away from home while we were all in college. I don't want to thank the dog. I guess the doghouse, I guess you get some thanks for making us want to go to Goobers.
Thank you, Randall.
Thank you, Randall O'Hare. Yay. He was good to us last night.
He was.
Thank you, Matt, for coming.
Yeah.
We
Thanks to
we
my
love
mom and
you.
dad for allowing us here. And thank you guys for watching. Everyone have a very happy Halloween. And we are
10
10 drink
drink
minimum.
minimum.